eating a salad. They're like, you're like gonna have a heart attack. I'm like, you know nothing about me.
Today we will be answering questions about us plus size people that you might be too afraid to ask.
When you don't fit into society's beauty standards, there are so many misconceptions about you. People tend to think that we're lazy or that we don't care for ourselves. People really think these things, and I'm like, hello?
You know what? I'm a bad regardless. So let's open up your minds to see what the truth is.
Question number 1. This is a good one.
How do you feel about the term plus size versus fat? Plus size, usually I see it as the term that I refer to when I'm talking about fashion, and fat is when I'm talking about myself and my body. Personally, for me, both words are just a descriptor.
I've been calling myself the fat Rihanna for like the last 2.5, 3 years. I'm not walking around saying that fat means what y'all have deemed it to mean.
Fat is good. If you are a plus size person who's uncomfortable with the word fat, I obviously have empathy for you and I understand why. If you're a straight size person who's like, fat is bad, that's fat phobia and you have to get over it.
The fear of fatness that lives in society, the moment you take it, people are like, no, you're not fat, you're plus size. Like, no, I'm fat and I'm successful. I'm all of this, I'm all of that.
The opportunities I got, I was still fat, and it has not stopped anything. The hoes still run every summer to this big belly and this fat ass.
Do you feel defined by your size?
Personally, I don't think I'm defined by my size, but I feel like strangers and others define me by my size. They see me, they see my body, and they already have assumptions.
Sometimes I feel like people categorize me in the black mammy stereotype. People treat me like I'm their mom because I'm a tall, dark-skinned, plus-size woman, so I'm just supposed to baby them and be this asexual side character. I had to learn how to become the main character, and I had to learn how to stand in my own truth.
I'm trans, and I think that being fat has really influenced my gender in a lot of ways too. There is this expectation to be like hyper gendered. For plus size women, you have to be like hyper feminine to be desirable. And for like plus size men, you have to be like super rugged. I think for plus size trans people, it gets very confusing.
Sometimes I feel defined by my size because of what society has made it. Sometimes I just want to walk down the street in like a wild outfit and not be like, yes, girl, yes, you're doing it. I just want to walk down the street and be fat and hot.
Do you imagine yourself to be happier in a smaller body? No!
This question's rude.
I feel like this idea comes from like fat people being a failed skinny person. Yes. And it's not the case. I don't dream of being a size 0. I don't dream of like looking like runway models. I dream of being my happiest, fullest self in my way.
The only time that I have ever wanted to be a smaller body size, I think, was in high school, shopping and going shopping with your friends and finding like an outfit in a physical store was like a hot thing to do. Stores often wouldn't have even XLs. And if they were, they like weren't cute, really picked over, or just like not my style.
All I'm thinking about is like the amount of horribleness I would have to put my body through to become a skinny person. Nothing healthy would create a thin person out of me. And I would not be happier if I did those things. I would be miserable.
How is your dating experience compared to smaller friends?
I would say fine. My smaller friends date a lot more assholes than I do. I'm telling you, I feel like being a plus size person helps you weed out the fat phobic people from the beginning.
People don't like to be public with me. Love me undercover, text me on the low, DM me. You know, your dad probably DM me multiple times. I'll hear people talk about their type and it's like the wispy white girl in the wind. I'm also learning that those people just aren't for me.
I did date a fat phobe though. We all have. The last person I dated during quarantine, they hit it. They hit it so well. They hit it.
I have no problem getting people.
Not even talking about relationships and dating, but hookups.
She's good. Y'all don't even want to know. Serenaded.
Darn.
Serenaded.
Was there a big moment in your life that changed how you felt about your body?
There was this one specific point in college where I was at like a mall. I was like, well, none of this is gonna, you know, work on me. So I went into Claire's because that's the only place that had like accessories. I got some like fake zebra print glasses. I got like this huge fake pink flower to put in my hair. And that's the first time that I was like, all right, we're gonna make it work because you cannot not be you.
First person that I dated in college dumped me because I was fat. When I was like, excuse me, I was fat since the beginning of the subscription. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. The way that I was thinking at the beginning of this relationship is that I wanted to be affirmed by him and be told that I was beautiful. So I put all my eggs in his basket and thinking that he was going to make me feel like a valued person, and by him making me feel valued meant that I was. And that's when I woke up and I said, I can no longer allow other people to give me the value that I need and deserve. The moment that you discover the idea that you don't have to hate yourself as a fat person, your world literally crumbles down and it discovers this like whole new paradise.
There was one time you and we were getting ready to go to this ASOS party with Ryan, and I remember you were looking at me like, you're really beautiful. And the way you said that, like, changed my life.
Oh, Joycey.
Being your friend and meeting our other friends was revolutionary for me because I never had a community like that.
I dated someone in high school who was in eating disorder recovery. They like posted on Facebook an article about fat positivity and like body positivity. You know, you don't have to like treat your body this way. And I was like, wow. That was when I stopped dieting, because I dieted like from 8 years old to 16. I'm still friends with them. I kind of think we're gonna get married still to this day.
Oh, okay. If they text in the next 5 seconds, it's meant to be. 5, 4, 3.
How does it feel to see plus size models and actors and actresses in the spotlight? Do you feel like they're pandering to you?
I'm a plus size model and actor. I do both of those things. Specifically in modeling, I do often feel like a tool of capitalism.
I agree with you, and I thought the same thing, but the other day I had this thought.
Okay, I'm ready.
The fact that you just exist as a fat person is an act of rebellion, and the fact that you are a fat model, it's just like the biggest middle finger to like society and like diet culture.
True.
I would have loved to see the representation that is out now, which isn't even like phenomenal, but it's more than I had growing up. I don't feel pandered to. I feel excited.
That's what I needed when I was younger, and that's why I try to put myself on the spotlight, because I like to be the role model that I needed when I was younger. It would have saved me years of hating myself, saved me years of self-harm, saved me years of so much pain.
I want to see more booty shaking. I want to see more plus size women and plus size men in the spotlight because they're so hot. More. I want more.
Bring more plus size people, please. How do you feel with people talking negatively about your body, and how does it affect your opinion on yourself?
I had 2,000 hate comments on a TikTok 2 days ago. And I'm like, if I let that get to me, I wouldn't be able to go outside.
I've been bullied for years, honey. So there's nothing you could say, and there's nothing you could do that would really affect me. I just turn off my phone. But I feel like the internet doesn't make me.
100%.
Depending on the day, I feel bad for myself, but most of the times I end up feeling bad for whoever left that comment, because I know that that means more about them than it does about me. Hurt people.
It's been like a roller coaster for me, honestly. I've been on the internet for like 4 or 5 years, and sucks still. Right now, like, my process for me is I will not comment on any negative comments before I comment on every positive one. I don't have that standard for other people. I see one person saying I'm looking up your Facebook, I'm writing a letter to your boss.
I get those like internalized fat phobia thoughts. So a lot of times I like let myself sit with like being just like very angry.
Wait, that's a game-changing thought for me. You just changed my life.
Because it's not our fault. It's their fault. They're hurting us.
I love the idea of allowing myself to sit in the anger and of those negative comments so that I can let it go and not just let it sink into my psyche little by little. I love that.
Yeah.
That just changed my life.
Do people think that you don't take care of yourself because of your size?
Yeah, of course people think that. Is it true? No.
Nobody needs to be monitoring anybody else's body.
I'll be at home on my Peloton, and then the haters on TikTok are like, "You're gonna die," and I was like, "Ah, you know nothing about me."
At the end of the day, my skin is like velvet. I smell good. I look good. My booty's fat. So like, when it comes to my body, I've made so many amazing steps, and I have done everything to create happiness for myself. So when people say like you're not taking care of yourself because you're not thin, you can write me a check. Pay for the chef. Pay for the nutritionist.
If you're on Instagram commenting on fat people's stuff, telling them that they need to lose weight and they need to get healthy, that is systematically oppressive. Fat phobia in general was built off of racism to keep Black women specifically down.
Period.
Do you ever think about going places like, what will the restaurant I go to have high chairs and small booths, or just regular tables, things like that? Yes, because the world wasn't built for people my size, and I definitely have to make sure that I'm accommodated, and especially if I'm hanging out with my fat friends. I want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable. We all went out to have a good time.
That actually happened at work too, where we had some chairs that were like not comfortable for anybody, in my opinion, who was me or bigger. We don't need anybody coming into a meeting room feeling self-conscious about the chairs that are around. So facilities took them away.
Especially in New York, it's like hard. A lot of restaurants and bars are like inaccessible. You ever go to a bar and like the bathroom is like,
and how your butt cheek is out.
Can't even literally fit in the stall. I do think about it, and there are places that I know that are more accessible, and those are the places that I will go to intentionally.
What do you have to say to people who think body confidence is normalizing obesity?
Fat people have existed since the dawn of time. You're not normalizing, we are normal.
People are gonna be fat whether we normalize it or not. Why don't we normalize like taking care of ourselves mentally?
If you're like, I'm concerned for your health, what's your degree?
I'm concerned about your health.
We're not creating a new concept, and the fact that I post a selfie with my fat face and my double chin does not mean that I'm promoting anything. I'm promoting how cute I am. That's what I'm promoting.
I'm gonna live no matter what you say. Saying you're normalizing obesity, you know what? You're normalizing being a little doo-doo face. Just because I don't look like Anne Hathaway, I'm unhealthy and I'm promoting something? No, I'm sorry.
I fucking love Anne.
Me too.
Do you think society is making any progress as far as how we perceive beauty standards?
I would say it's kind of a toss-up. I love that everyone is celebrating and supporting their body, and I want everyone to love themselves and feel good in their skin. I just think sometimes it takes a step back because it does what a lot of movements does, and once it becomes to the market, it suddenly erases the community where it came from. LGBTQ, femme, Black and brown, and indigenous bodies.
Absolutely not. What may be trending at the moment is someone a little bit more fuller, but give it a couple years and there's gonna be a new body type. And as long as we still keep subscribing to this idea of what a body should look like, we're never gonna be okay in society.
I do think we are making progress. A lot of that control lies where the money resides. It comes from movies, TV, clothing brands. Perception of beauty is changing, but if we went further, people exist at size 26, 28, 30, 40, 50, 60, like people exist. Let's show them when it's not about like my 500-pound life and being made fun of.
How can people who aren't plus size be better allies to people who are?
Stop using fatness as a negative connotation.
Analyzing their internalized fat phobia and never using terms like, oh, I feel fat today, because fat is not a feeling.
Constantly be researching, speaking out, and confronting situations where your plus size friend is feeling in need of protection.
Shop at places that carry a wide range of sizes, and I'm not talking about up to a 3X.
If you want to be an ally, you have to show up for them. I have so many people in my comments section that if somebody says something negative, immediately will jump on it.
Are you creating safe spaces for fat people when you invite them to go out? Are you making sure that they're not sitting on those plastic chairs that like makes everyone nervous?
Read Fearing the Black Body, and it's the history in fat phobia.
What if we all just decided that fat people were worthy of dignity and respect and love and care and compassion? Just a thought.
How was that for you, Joyce?
You know, it was good. It was good. I really feel like I don't talk enough about being a plus size woman.
We never talk about this stuff because we're always like,
Wow, twerk off the bridge.
If you're a plus size person watching this video and you still feel uncomfortable about your body, remember that there are people out there who will make you feel bad about yourself, but it's up to you to make the decision to live.
To love yourself, to take it one step at a time, and to know that you are valid no matter what society says. Because society is a dusty ass.
I would like to show everyone the tattoo that I got to wrap it up.
Yes!
So
You
like-
are a work of art and treat yourself as such.